The National Electrical Code, or NEC, does not explicitly dictate the minimum number of steps that necessitate a three-way switch for stairways. Instead, the NEC prioritizes the presence of lighting control at each floor level connected by a stairway. According to NEC Section 410.76, every stairway must have at least one wall switch at each floor level to control the lighting within that stairway. This requirement ensures that individuals ascending or descending the stairs can readily control the illumination regardless of their position on the staircase. The absence of a specific step count in the NEC doesn't negate the importance of adequate lighting and control. The intent is to provide a safe and convenient means of illuminating the stairway throughout its entire length. While the NEC focuses on switch placement at each floor level, the practical implementation often involves the use of three-way switches to achieve this control. A three-way switch allows for the lighting to be controlled from two different locations, typically at the top and bottom of the stairway. This configuration is particularly advantageous for longer stairways or those with intermediate landings, as it eliminates the need to traverse the entire staircase in darkness to operate the light. Consider a scenario with a staircase connecting two floors. The NEC mandates a wall switch at both the upper and lower floor levels. To comply with this requirement and provide convenient control, a three-way switch system would be installed. One switch would be located at the bottom of the stairs, and the other at the top. This allows a person entering the stairway from either floor to switch the light on before proceeding. This also allows a person to turn the light off from the other end once they have reached the other floor. The requirement of a switch at each level is not to be confused with the requirement of this step. It would be up to a qualified person to make the determination if additional switching is needed for safety of the stairway. While the NEC doesn't define a threshold for step count, local building codes or authorities having jurisdiction, often abbreviated as AHJ, might impose more specific requirements based on local conditions or interpretations of the NEC. It is always prudent to consult with the local AHJ to ensure full compliance with all applicable regulations. Furthermore, the placement of the switches themselves should be carefully considered. They should be readily accessible and located in a manner that minimizes the risk of accidental activation or obstruction. The height of the switches should also comply with accessibility standards, ensuring that they are usable by individuals with disabilities. In addition to the NEC requirements for switch placement, other sections of the code address the general requirements for lighting in stairways. These requirements may include minimum illumination levels, emergency lighting provisions, and restrictions on the use of certain types of luminaires. For example, the NEC may specify the minimum light output required for stairway lighting to ensure adequate visibility. It may also require the installation of emergency lighting systems to provide illumination in the event of a power outage. These emergency lighting systems must be powered by an independent source, such as a battery backup or generator, and must be capable of providing sufficient illumination for a specified period. The NEC may also restrict the use of certain types of luminaires in stairways, such as those that produce excessive glare or create shadows that could obscure hazards. The selection of appropriate luminaires is crucial for ensuring safe and comfortable passage on the stairs. In summary, while the NEC does not stipulate a specific number of steps that trigger the need for a three-way switch, it unequivocally mandates a wall switch at each floor level to control stairway lighting. This requirement, coupled with general lighting provisions and potential local amendments, ensures a safe and well-illuminated stairway environment. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local codes for the most up-to-date and accurate information. Understanding the NEC requirements for stairway lighting and control is essential for ensuring the safety and accessibility of buildings. By adhering to these regulations, electrical professionals can create environments that are both functional and compliant. The goal is to create a safe stairway for those who would be using it. The specific number of steps is not as important as having a light at each level. Electrical codes are periodically updated to reflect new technologies, safety concerns, and best practices. It is important to stay informed about the latest changes to the NEC and other relevant codes to ensure compliance and maintain a high level of safety. Continuing education courses, industry publications, and online resources can provide valuable information about code updates and their implications. In addition to code compliance, electrical professionals have a responsibility to use their knowledge and skills to promote safety in all aspects of their work. This includes identifying potential hazards, implementing appropriate safety measures, and educating others about electrical safety. By prioritizing safety, electrical professionals can contribute to a safer and more secure environment for everyone. The NEC serves as a foundational document for electrical safety in buildings, but it is not a substitute for sound judgment and professional expertise. Electrical professionals must use their knowledge and experience to make informed decisions about the design, installation, and maintenance of electrical systems. They must also be aware of the limitations of the NEC and seek additional guidance when necessary. The NEC is a comprehensive set of guidelines that address a wide range of electrical issues, but it is not exhaustive. There may be situations that are not explicitly covered by the NEC, and in these cases, electrical professionals must rely on their own judgment and experience to determine the best course of action. The importance of proper grounding and bonding in electrical systems cannot be overstated. Grounding and bonding provide a low impedance path for fault currents to return to the source, which helps to prevent electrical shock hazards and equipment damage. The NEC contains detailed requirements for grounding and bonding, and it is essential to follow these requirements carefully to ensure the safety of electrical systems. In addition to grounding and bonding, surge protection is another important aspect of electrical safety. Surge protection devices, or SPDs, protect electrical equipment from voltage surges caused by lightning strikes, power line switching, and other events. The NEC contains requirements for the installation of SPD in certain applications, and it is recommended to install SPD in all electrical systems to protect against voltage surges. Arc fault circuit interrupters, or RFCs, are another important safety device that can help to prevent electrical fires. RFCs detect arc faults, which are dangerous electrical conditions that can cause fires and interrupt the circuit before a fire can start. The NEC requires the installation of RFCs in many circuits, and it is recommended to install RFCs in all circuits to provide the highest level of fire protection. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are another important safety device that can help to prevent electrical shock hazards. GFCIs detect ground faults, which are dangerous electrical conditions that can cause shocks and interrupt the circuit before a shock can occur. The NEC requires the installation of GFCIs in many locations, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas, where there is a high risk of electric shock. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility that involves everyone from electrical professionals to homeowners. By understanding the basics of electrical safety and following the NEC requirements, everyone can help to prevent electrical accidents and create a safer environment. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is always best to hire a qualified electrical professional to do the work for you. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to take the necessary precautions to protect yourself and others.